I know exactly what you mean. I think that's a pitfall that a lot of New York comics fall into, and that it's almost like a formula. Well, if I do this many sets, then I get that much better. But it's not true. It is that time in between when you work on the stuff. If you're not putting in the work and you're just running the same jokes over and over again, in fact, your delivery will get stale, and the joke actually sometimes gets worse.
The joke can get worse, and the main thing is like you're not turning it over.
No,
like you're not developing anything new.
Yeah.
So it's like this has given me an opportunity. I don't know. It's been a lot of like not just career wise, but like self-reflection on how to run my life better and more efficiently so that I can feel better, feel more peace. You know what I mean? And regardless, there's certain things, and the fans know this, and anybody in entertainment knows this. It's like there's certain things we can't control.
Yeah.
All we can control is what we're doing every day. So it's like doing that, making that the most efficient process.
Totally.
And that helps me a lot. I don't know, other people are different, but like process helps me. So if I find something that's a good process, like journaling, I've been journaling every day, so I'm like, now this is a good process. It's a good process. So keep journaling. Journaling is good because I can feel like material come from that.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
That's great.
So stick to the process is what works for. Find a good process and then stick to it. And then if you have to alter it and change it, then alter it and change it. But it's important to have a plan. You know what I mean? Like when you wake up, like especially during this thing, I don't know about you, but like sometimes when it first happened, I'd wake up and like put on the news and drink coffee and get paranoid. You know what I mean? Oh no, what's a process for how to start your day?
Well, it's just really hard because, we think that at least we had shows before, like kind of to plan our day around.
Right.
But once you take shows out, it's like, it's just all just like time. And it's just kind of, you feel like you're just floating through it. And if you don't set up a process or figure out like guideposts for your day, you're just going to be drifting through it.
What's your process right now? And how has it changed since the pandemic?
Well, I kind of, I've been focusing on a lot of different projects. I was working on a show, getting ready a pitch for a show, and that took up a lot of time. The first part of the pandemic. Then I was running a live game show on Twitch with Grant Gordon. I did that for a while. I didn't find that creatively satisfying. It was too much work for not enough payoff. Right. Then I was also recorded an album, a mini album that I've had to take time to edit. These are the things I worked on. I feel better when I'm working on things. So it's not just to keep busy, but it's just to feel like I'm doing stuff. And now I'm working on like kind of a scripted podcast thing. And so I don't have a regular schedule. I just know I have an app that turns off the whole internet on my computer. I turn off the internet. It's for a certain amount of time, and then I just focus on the project that I'm working on. And honestly, it's easier when I'm working on things with partners. This scripted podcast thing is something I'm writing on my own, and I'm finding it very, very difficult. But it's moving along. It's slowly getting somewhere, so it feels good. That's what someone else pointed out to me. Actually, Nate, again, I was talking to Nate briefly, and he said, and this is, I am 100% sure you're the same.
This is Nate Bargatze, by the way, for our listeners. Nate Bargatze, hilarious comic, friends. We're all friends. So Nate Bargatze, go ahead with the story.
He said he was playing. So when I was in Mexico, I was taking like 4 or 5 hours a day of private Spanish lessons. I was grinding on trying to learn Spanish.
Wow.
And I talked to Nate, and he said he was playing a lot of golf. And he said one of the things we miss from stand-up is the feeling that we're getting better at something every day. You can feel yourself getting a little bit better every time you get on stage.
Right.
And we miss that. And I think that's kind of really important. And then something that you can't get from writing on your own. Like there's something about getting on stage and trying the joke out that I think we really miss, is that you feel like, oh, this is getting a little bit, or at least I tried it differently. And so that was an attempt at making it better. And even finding out that it didn't work is part of the process towards getting better. Right. But this, writing on my own is very hard to feel like I'm moving forward and I'm making progress. And it really takes, just doubling down and kind of like trudging through the parts where it doesn't feel good till when it does feel good, you know?